Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to plunge into these really fascinating stories and pull out the kind of insights you need to be, well, genuinely well-informed.
Exactly.
Today, we're taking on something pretty unique. It's this extraordinary narrative. Feels almost like ancient folklore, really. But it gives us these surprisingly modern takes on faith, loss, and, that search for meaning we all grapple with.
Yeah, the universal quest.
Our source isn't like a dry academic paper. It's a story called The Serpent's Quest for Mercy. Really captivating stuff.
And our mission today is just that, to unpack the key threads from this narrative for you. We're going to explore themes like mercy, belief, transformation.
All through his characters.
Exactly, through the characters. Because this isn't just some fantasy tale. It's actually quite a profound reflection on seeking and finding solace, often where you least expect it.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The story kicks off in Lahore. We meet Imran. He's about 30, grabs an auto rickshaw. And you immediately get this sense of weariness from him. His eyes, his posture. It's all there. He's carrying this immense tragedy.
A really heavy burden.
Yeah. 2 years back, he lost his wife and their unborn child. And it was because they just didn't have the money for the hospital. Just heartbreaking.
Absolutely devastating. And that grief, it's pushed him away from his faith.
Completely. He stopped praying. Can't even remember the way to the mosque, this story says. But underneath, there's still this quiet anger, these questions for God.
Lingering there.
Right now, he's just tired, sad. All he wants is one last fare for the night so he can go home.
And the scene is really set, isn't it? It's 1 a.m., pouring rain in Lahore, streets totally deserted, just the sound of the rain in his old auto.
Yeah, paints quite a picture.
And it's this desperation for that last fare that leads him somewhere unusual, this old shrine, not a place you'd expect to pick someone up at this hour.
Definitely not.
And that's where he sees her, this girl. And she's not like anyone he's ever seen before.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Her eyes, they're described as shining like moonlight.
Almost.
Unearthly.
Yeah, not quite human. That's the feeling.
Her face is incredibly pale. And her voice, it's barely a whisper, almost dissolving as she asks him, "Brother, drop me in Masjid Ramat." What do these details tell us right away? It feels significant.
Oh, absolutely. It's an immediate signal that this isn't just a normal fare. Things start piling up instantly.
Like the mosque name.
Right. Imran's a local driver, knows Lahore, but he's never heard of a Masjid Ramat. That's the first flag.
Okay.
But then the really eerie stuff, she casts no shadow.
Wow.
And maybe even stranger, no reflection in his rearview mirror.
Okay, that's, chilling.
And she just sits there silently, but she's really careful not to touch any of the metal parts of the auto, like she can't.
As if it would burn her or something?
Something like that. It puts you, and definitely Imran, immediately on edge. You know something is deeply unusual.
So, as they're driving, this feeling just builds. There's this odd coldness inside the rickshaw, even though it's raining outside.
A damp chill. Yeah.
And with the rain, there's this faint whimpering sound.
Yeah.
Like a quiet sigh mixed in. The wipers are going like mad. Roads barely visible.
And then, the turning point. The azan, the call to prayer, starts from a distant mosque. Allahu Akbar. And Imran, even though he's been so distant from faith, he feels this momentary lightness, a bit of peace. He realizes, wow, it's been so long since I really heard that.
A flicker of the past.
Exactly. But the girl, she goes rigid, pulls her black dupatta tighter around herself, almost like she's hiding from the sound.
Which is strange, right? Why fear the call to prayer?
That's the big question that throws up immediately. What is it about the azan that frightens her?
It creates this really interesting puzzle, especially considering what happens next, because suddenly the auto's engine just cuts out.
Dead stop.
Lights flicker like crazy, and the radio flicks on by itself, loudly. Playing Surah Rahman from the Quran. Imran's scrambling, trying to turn it off. But the knob's stuck. It won't budge.
It's like it's meant to play.
Seems like it. And the girl, the one who is just terrified of the azan, she now looks calm, almost content. She even says she likes this sound.
Now that contrast is fascinating. What does that tell us? Her reacting so differently to the azan versus the surah itself.
Yeah, what's the significance there?
Well, it suggests something profound, I think. Maybe true connection isn't about the ritual, the call to prayer necessarily, but about the divine message itself, the actual words of the Quran.
Ah, okay, so the substance over the form, maybe.
Perhaps. It hints her path to understanding this Ramat she seeks might be more internal, less tied to conventional practice. It's a really key distinction the story makes early on.
And then comes the big reveal. She looks right at Imran. Her eyes have this strange glow now, and she just says it. I am not human, Imran. I am a Nagin.
A Nagin, a mythical serpent being.
And she shows him this mark on her neck. Shiny, looks like snakeskin. Imran, I mean, you can't blame him. He tries to laugh like it's a joke.
Understandable reaction.
But you can feel his fear. It's absolutely real.
And what's so fascinating is what she says next. Her confession. She says she's walked among humans for centuries, seen them pray, heard their duas, their supplications.
Witnessed their tears.
Yes. And she admits, I could not understand what mercy means. That's her whole reason for being there, essentially.
She wants to find Rimat, mercy.
She believes becoming a Muslim, understanding Islam, holds the key. She wants to understand this concept that seems so central to humans.
Which must be such a shock to Imran. His own faith is so tangled, so disconnected.
Exactly. It challenges him directly. And it challenges us, too, doesn't it? Our ideas about who gets to seek divine understanding, who's worthy of that quest.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible. And Imran, he struggles. How can he guide her? He feels so lost himself.
It's that classic situation, isn't it? Sometimes teaching someone else helps you find your own way back.
And he remembers something his mother used to say. Some wisdom.
Yes, that beautiful line, Allah's mercy is like air, unseen, but through it we breathe.
Powerful.
And just like that, he finds his voice. He starts explaining mercy, not just to her, but you feel he's explaining it back to himself too.
Reconnecting.
He says, Rahmat, mercy. It's what Allah gives to all creation, humans, non-humans, everyone. He remembers the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came as a mercy for all worlds, all beings.
You can almost see the shift happening inside him as he says this.
Definitely. He's starting that journey back. It's quiet, but it's powerful.
So the auto's still moving through this desolate, rainy landscape. The moon breaks through the clouds for a moment, lights up her face. She's just taking it all in.
Absorbing his words. There's a serenity there, but still that searching look in her eyes.
And then she asks him so directly, so then can I also receive this mercy? It's such a vulnerable question.
It really cuts through, doesn't it? And Imran, drawing again on his memories, starts explaining Surah Rahman, the verses his mother taught him.
He tells her it's Allah's actual word, speaking about his mercy, urging gratitude.
And the Nagin just closes her eyes, listening, finding peace in those words. It really shows how divine words can resonate, you know. Doesn't matter who or what you are. If you're seeking, they can touch you.
That universal appeal.
Exactly.
And she shows him this little pouch she carries. She says she found it outside a mosque.
Oh, yeah, the pouch.
An old woman dropped it, crying after she'd been praying, making dua. Then again picked it up, kept it, hoping it would teach her something.
About that connection, about mercy.
Yeah, about how humans connect with the divine.
And that pouch becomes this potent symbol, doesn't it? It represents that heartfelt direct line through prayer. Imran explains that. He tells her, look, to talk to Allah, you just need an open heart. It's not about complicated rituals sometimes.
And he explains why people cry when they pray.
Right, because they know Allah hears everything, every hurt, every sorrow. And in the face of the divine, all those worldly problems seem small. There's a release in that understanding.
It's a beautiful way to put it.
It really is, a perfect distillation of what prayer can be.
And then, for the first time, the Nagin says the name Allah. Just speaks it.
And that's a huge moment for Imran.
You feel it. He has this internal shift. He silently asks for forgiveness for all those years he stayed away, realizing, wow, Allah has shown me mercy right here, right now, through this creature.
It lands with such force, this idea that Allah listens to every creation's voice, no exceptions.
That connection is open to all.
Yes. And that leads the Nagin to turn the question back on Imran. A really direct challenge.
She asks him,
do you yourself believe in this mercy?
Oh, wow. Right back at him.
Puts him right on the spot. And Imran, thinking about his wife, his child, everything he's lost, but also this strange encounter, he says yes.
He affirms it.
He says, yes, I do believe. And talking to you has reminded me, it's this moment of like mutual healing. It's quite profound.
It really is. Then there's this final kind of chilling demonstration of her nature.
The dog.
Yeah, dog starts barking aggressively at the roadside. The Nagin just looks at it.
It's just a gaze.
And the dog falls silent, sits down, completely subdued. Imran sees it and realizes, okay, she's not a threat to me, but she is definitely not human. His whole reality is just shaken.
It makes you question everything, doesn't it? What's possible? What's real?
Absolutely.
So the Nagin then asks, okay, how do I talk to Allah directly? She remembers seeing an old man praying once, and his face just shone with this light.
That image stuck with her.
And Imran again draws on his mother's wisdom from his childhood. Dua, he says, prayer. It comes from the heart, and it reaches Allah.
Simple as that.
Just ask. Speak from your heart. That's the advice.
So the Nagin closes her eyes, she starts to pray, and this strange light seems to envelop her, and it even comes from that little pouch she carries. She asks Allah, basically, if I am your creation, show me the path to your mercy.
A direct plea.
And Imran, caught up in the moment, closes his eyes too. Prays for his own forgiveness, his heart finally opening up completely.
And does she find her answer?
She does. She opens her eyes and declares she understands now.
What does she say?
She says, Rimat is what brings peace to the heart. It is for every creation.
Ah, that's beautiful. Peace of the heart. For every creation.
It's this amazing culmination of her centuries-long search, an insight delivered through this unexpected encounter.
A profound realization.
So they reach this foggy area. She asks to be let out there. She says, Majid Rimat is where the heart calls out to its Lord. Not a physical place then.
No, a state of being. A connection.
Exactly. And as she walks away into the mist, her feet barely seem to touch the ground. She just vanishes.
As mysteriously as she arrived.
But she leaves something behind.
The dupatta, her scarf.
Yes, her shiny dupatta. And Imran finds it has golden threads embroidered into it.
With a message.
With the message, Rimat har makluk ke liye hai.
Mercy is for every creation. Wow, the embodiment of her discovery.
Exactly. So what does this all mean? For Imran, the change is immediate. And it's total.
You see it right away.
He just falls into prostration, Sajda, right there on the wet road, bowing, praying properly for the first time in years, tears streaming down.
That weight lifting off him.
Completely. He feels years of grief and burden just dissolve in that moment.
And the next morning, he's a different person.
Visibly different. He puts on his mother's old prayer cap, a connection to his past, his faith.
A symbol of his return.
And he puts a new sign on his auto rickshaw. It says, free ride for Mazlum.
For the oppressed, the helpless.
Yes. His new focus is sharing that mercy he rediscovered. Peace is in sharing mercy becomes his kind of motto. His heart's finally light.
That's an incredible transformation from such deep grief to such purpose.
It truly is. But he's left with this question, this mystery that hangs in the air. He asks, Ya Allah, was that Nagin for me? Or was I for her?
Who is helping whom? Or perhaps both.
Exactly. It makes you really think about how mercy works, doesn't it? How it can show up in the most unexpected ways through the most unlikely beings.
And how one single encounter, no matter how strange, can just completely reorient your life, your spirit.
A catalyst for profound awakening.
Which leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? If mercy, if understanding can be found and shared in encounters like this, well, what unexpected paths might be waiting for you?
Hidden in plain sight.
Exactly. In your own daily life. What unlikely connections might lead to your own deeper understanding or faith? Something to ponder.